Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water, there should they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well. Salutations to you, Akim, out there risking your freedom in your life to push this word. More so now than ever before, because we're close to the end. Scripture that I just read to you is important because, we are rehearsing in the rehearsal stage of the righteous acts. All right. And for new members, that, stumble upon my video, or, new members that, or just new ladies and gentlemen that hear the word and believe, you to be an Israelite, which you are. If you're a Negro, Latino, or Native American, you are Israelite according to the Bible. So now that you understand that you're an Israelite, there's certain things you must know and certain things you must do. And one of the major things is, start by knowing the name of the Lord. That's very important because for many years, many generations, we lost his name. The Lord hid his face from us. So it is important to know the name of the Father and the Son, Yahweh and Yahushua. Secondly is the commandments. All right. Now, again, we can't put the burden of the commandments on us because we're in captivity. But certain things like we can rehearse. Like, for instance, the Passover. Our Passover just passed. And again, the Passover is not a congregation of getting together and eating lamb and unleavened bread. We ain't not in that time. It's what it symbolizes, okay? But these are things that we must rehearse. Passover and unleavened bread. And that was the point of the video, is rehearsing these things. Passover and the unleavened bread. So I read this again, Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the place of drawing waters. Now, that's symbolically talking about the nuclear destruction. Now, you might say, how does that talk about the nuclear destruction? Because the scriptures all over the place. And they that are delivered from the noise of archers. What do archers do? They shoot arrows. So the noise, to be delivered from the noise of archers, you have to be taken away from getting hit by an arrow. Is that symbolically talking about you're going to be in a field drawing water and an arrow's coming your way and you get delivered? No, that's talking about a nuclear missile coming to Babylon and all the places where Israel is scattered. That's in captivity, paying taxes, working jobs for these companies. That's the place of drawing waters. The second captivity, the second Egypt. They're going to be delivered. So this place, there should they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Now, the Lord considers the Passover a righteous thing. That was one of those three commandments that all Israel had to come up to Jerusalem to partake in. And Passover was one of them. You had to go up to Jerusalem. Of course, again, this is a rehearsal. So we can't physically jump on a plane every year, same time, to go to Israel. First off, we have no ownership of that land right now. The gutter rats got it. All right. The Ish people, they got the land of Israel right now. According to Joel, the 3rd chapter, they took the land into their possession. So we can't rehearse that act. When we get the lamb, we don't know whether it's a male or female, and we don't know if it's a male of 1 year. We just don't know. We don't know how it's killed. We don't know anything about the meat that we get. So again, this is a rehearsal. All right. 11, has all type of ingredients in it. You can't really, circumvent that. Some brothers got to work the very next day, even though it's considered a Sabbath. It falls on a Sabbath day. But again, these are rehearsals. So the righteous is going to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates, right? Which will be in the kingdom of heaven when we get delivered. Because in the kingdom of heaven, that's when the law is going to be 100% in effect, where we're going to be able to keep it perfectly. And this is going to happen after Jacob's trouble and nuclear war. I know most people don't want to hear about that, but that's the place of the noise of archers. All right? And this is my thing. We are currently in unleavened bread. So, again, be mindful. We're coming to the end of it tonight, which is Saturday night. It's from 7 days. Unleavened bread. So you shouldn't eat bread. Don't eat bread. You can't eat bread. And this is because it's a reason behind why this took place. So it's Wikipedia.org. Unleavened bread is any of the wide variety of breads which are prepared without using rising agents such as yeast. Unleavened bread are generally flat breads. However, not all flat breads are unleavened. Keep that in mind. Unleavened breads such as tortilla and roti are staple foods in Central and South Asia, respectively. Unleavened sacramental bread plays a major part in Christian liturgy and Eucharistic theology. Now, here's the religious significance, quote unquote. Unleavened breads have symbolic importance in Judaism and Christianity. Jews and Christians consume unleavened bread such as matzah, which they're not the Jews, they're not the real Jews, during Passover and during I don't know how to pronounce that, respectively, as commanded in Exodus 12:18 per the Torah, Old Testament, that were instructed in 7 days, shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel. Right now, you're commanded to take away the leaven out the house. But again, it's a rehearsal. You might live with people. You might be, a female or a man, man that's currently living with their parents. You can't just go in the kitchen and start throwing away all the leaven products. That's really not your call, your decision. But just know not to eat it, whether you be a stranger born in the land. It says, let me see. I wanted to get the point where it said they did unleavened bread because they weren't able to. They were fleeing the captivity. Slaki, I'm in the hood, so Jake like to blast a lot of music, real inconsiderate. But it said Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, man. So you got to be transformed instead of conform to this world. This world will tell you, to be in the alphabet is cool, and to smoke weed and be a whore, and, They praise that. You got to transform your mind and say, nah, that's not good. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, Satan is actively working, man, because I got neighbors that like to blast merengue and all that Spanish music, like to blast it with the speakers turned to tip power, real inconsiderate people, man. That's just a part of the hell that we have. Me making this video now, all of a sudden they want blast music. Summertime is worse, man. They go out there, man, they blast from sun up to sundown. Music is playing loud all night. But I digress. You gotta be transformed, man. Transform, in your life, your mind. Baruch 4:28. For it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So how do you seek him? Rehearsing the righteous acts, all right? Rehearsal the righteous acts. That's how you seek him, man. So currently we're in the Feast on Unleavened Bread. It's gonna end tonight. You can eat leaven again, but it's a spiritual aspect behind it. You know, we flee Israel, and we weren't able to leaven our cakes and our breads because we didn't have time. We had to flee from the hands of the Egyptians. And soon the Lord is going to deliver us again out of second Egypt, right? So you just got to be mindful of that. So, rehearse the righteous acts. Though it is difficult, though we